of Heather Whatever. As you already know, this podcast is brought to you by the one and only the Heather Presley. You can find all of our merchandise on theheatherpresley.com using our podcast discount code, which is 2023 for 60% off the entire website with free shipping over $100. It's only exclusively for you guys. I don't know if you check our socials, but right now we're only doing buy one, get one, so you're really getting a good deal on that one. So go check out theheatherpresley.com today.
Let's go.
So on our way here, Gordy sent us a screenshot of a complaint on the podcast. Oh my God.
It was a good one.
And I'm going to be honest. At first, I wasn't even going to read it, and I'll tell you why. Because we say so much on here, and we never get complaints. So I was like, what's one, But when I read what they complained about, I was like, out of all the stuff.
Of all the things, especially that
podcast.
episode, of all the things in that episode, which was Tuesday's episode.
Or all episodes.
Holy crap.
In history. That's what they brought up, which is funny. And I want to do a disclaimer before we tell you what it was and go into our opinions, because they're just opinions, and really, you guys don't really give a shit what we think. So we're just here to whatever, right? That's the point of the podcast. But I just want to say, we say stupid shit all the time. And a lot of the times, actually most of the time, it's always a joke. Like, we're never really serious unless Nick really does.
No, I was actually serious.
Yeah, we were serious about this. Yeah.
Okay, well, for me, I was just playing along. And secondly, I'm just immature. So if making fun of someone or something or a topic, that's just who I am, and that's who I will always be. And if it doesn't suit your ears, then listen to a different podcast. But this one's just a bullshitting one. And so, ta-da!
Yeah.
So, Gordy, you want to tell us what it was?
Yeah, what the message?
Yeah. So this comment message was a DM.
I understand her point of view. I want to say,
was it a DM or a comment?
It was a DM.
No, it was a DM.
Was it a man or a woman? A woman.
It's a woman. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus, way to just make this worse.
I did read it a little bit, and I saw that.
So she said, I guess, I don't know. I think she was drunk when she wrote it, because it don't make a lot of sense. But in this latest episode y'all did, first, you should look into how much those slow-pitch softball players make a year. There are professionals. All right, let me just stop right there.
Yeah, break it down.
A slow pitch. I spent more money last year on spilt liquor than what a slow pitch softball player makes going to the World Championships.
Yeah.
Number one. Number two, you know how much they make? Not enough to pay all their child support.
Yep.
That's how much they actually make. All right, let's stop right there. Let's stop right
I just
there.
want a disclaimer. I don't even know what this even is. I'm just going to throw that out there.
So, sure, some of them play as hobby. However, they travel from Hawaii and various other states to win those little rings. They give rings out?
Yes,
like,
they do.
Fucking grown men wear rings for winning fake championships of fake sports?
I want to say something, being that I am from Hawaii. They can't be making more than what it costs to go there and to eat there and to stay there, right?
Yeah.
Because it's expensive there. I mean, I'm born and raised there. I know 100%.
Second, although that was like the third point. Second, why bash folks because they have a hobby that allows them to stay active, and don't judge their attire. I don't remember judging their attire. Do you? I think I made fun of their trucks, their lifted trucks, and the fact that their wives couldn't wait to cheat on them because they're kind of douchebags. But
the only thing I did agree with her was the hobby. Like, of course, you should always have a hobby, but no. Let's
okay. This is not a I'm gonna be Mr. Fitness hobby. Like with most of those dudes, they don't even run the bases. They jog to first, and then they ask for a pinch runner, where then the young, fast tweaker kid on the team comes and run the bases for him. I lived the shit. I'm telling you. That's how it goes. You are not active or in shape. Matter of fact, it's like, certain like places in Africa, like the fatter you are, the more like revered you are in society. That's the slow pitch softball diamond. The fatter you are, the bigger hitter. And like,
we're going to get another DM.
Then they start calling you things like moose and tank and Hummer, and like.
You're saying from experience.
From experience. Okay. I've seen all this shit firsthand.
You know more than me, so.
Oh my God. Like, no, there's not. The only people in shape are a couple of the guys that are trying to go to the worlds. And that's it.
But their idea of shape is to eat a bunch of food and to work out as much as they can to get as much strength as they can get because they want to hit dingers.
Right.
You know what I
And
mean?
they're all upper body dudes. Like,
Yeah.
not a single one of those guys that's done a squat in their life, except when they squat to pee. Like, that's it. Like, those dudes, they're just at 24-hour fitness, doing the curls for the girls, and enough, enough upper body strength to pull themselves in their lifted truck, and then go on to the next tournament, man. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
This is bullshit.
That's so funny that of all
the things.
That
of
we've
all the
talked about.
things.
Maybe
Oh
her
my
husband
gosh.
plays, or like maybe
I was just gonna say
her like good friends play, like, and maybe different states are different. Like, I don't know, but
maybe she's upset because we called her out on what it really is. Maybe she's mad because she's the one that's like, oh, you're going to Vegas? Oh man, I don't get to go. And then Robert comes over with this fucking big Chevy and his fucking big biceps and his beer gut, and he's like, "What's up, baby?" You know, maybe that's what's happening. Maybe she's the one, and she doesn't like it.
Girl, are you in trouble if your husband's threatening you to send that DM to defend his honor? Go ahead and send us another one. Needing help getting out of that relationship? You let us know. We're here for you. This like a hostage note that you sent us.
That's what it was.
You're being goaded into the Stockholm syndrome. You're so now in love with your captor, your slow pitch softball playing captor, that you're
fighting people because they're saying stuff about
I feel like
them.
Gordy like waited for this moment to shine.
Oh,
and let me tell you, honey,
God.
you are shining.
I mean, of all the things, literally,
we say things that probably rub people the wrong way, but they just don't say anything because they're mature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're mature and they have common sense, and they know that this is just fucking, we're just playing.
Or they just don't listen, but doesn't
Although
look
we're
like
not
that
really playing about that
on
one,
the views. People are, looks like they're loving it.
Yeah.
Can you imagine a grown-ass man then wearing his, like, softball tournament championship ring out to the bar? Like,
oh my God. You think they do that? Hold on. Do you think they do that?
Yeah.
I hope not.
100%.
Of course they do.
Yeah, they do.
Mm-hmm.
No, he puts it on a gold chain and he puts the ring.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
He gives it to his best girl.
You know, babe, let's hold on a second. Let's do this. You guys keep talking. I'm gonna Google what these rings look like. Okay?
Well, I'll tell you how much they make. Like, honestly, like, it's really hard to find like what. There's really no pro slow pitch softball. There's like one random league. Anyway, like, I don't know. I guess on the top end, you can make like maybe 100,000 a year.
Yeah,
and the average is
wait. How do you make money? Where's it coming from?
If you're a pro and you win like tournament winnings, or you're in a league
sponsors
or something.
I'm sure.
But like the average is like the average is like 45,000.
Okay, I'm going to say something though.
I woke up and made morning.
They're 6'4". They're in the top 1% because they're making over $100,000. So
I woke up and scratched my nuts and made more than $45,000 this morning.
You
wait, what?
I said I woke up and scratched my nuts and won more than $45,000 this morning. Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
45,000. Oh, you can make 45,000 playing softball.
Yeah.
All right, great. What are you gonna do with the rest of your child support payments?
I'm gonna be devil advocate here because that's kind of sick. Like, if you can survive off of that, that's all you do, but that's all you do, and like you're single and you don't have kids, and like you're just traveling and doing whatever, like that's kind of fun. Like, that sounds better than working in an office 9 to 5.
I've got the rings.
You're cutting me off. Let's hear it.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
No, it's okay.
I really blew that
I
one.
know it's because
I'm sorry,
a woman.
babe.
I get it.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
I found the rings, you guys. Can you hear me? I found them.
Let me tell you. We can hear you.
We've got a variety of them. Okay. Senior softball. Okay. So we've got the rings range anywhere from $18 to $79. And there's one in here for 200, 30, 39. So, and look at what we got right here. I wish we could take a picture of this. We got the ring on the necklace.
That's actually kind of cool.
Just like you said, on his chain.
Yeah, Gordy would put some pictures on
By the way, if you're a men's softball player, I think that number I gave you was more for the women's pro leagues, which that's fastball. That's fast pitch pro women's softball. Different sport, totally better skill set. If you're a dude that plays in let's just say the one professional league, which is the American Professional Slow Pitch Softball League of America or some shit, it's like the dodgeball movie. Your average, your full season salary, not monthly. Your full, because there's a salary cap.
He's pointing fingers at this.
Your annual salary is actually $6,200.
Yeah.
Annually.
Whoa.
Annually. Yeah. That does not cover one child support payment. So
why are you so stuck on child support payment?
Because I've seen these guys.
Really? I gotta go to one of these just so I can see like what you're talking about.
Yeah, you have to. Anyway, yeah. So no, they're not professional. You make more money playing cornhole on ESPN.
So you're right. You're right. So you on cornhole they make more?
Oh hell yeah! You seen those
on
dudes?
ESPN now.
They got Johnsonville brat sponsorships and
don't get me started on that shit though. Don't get me started on that. I'm not even getting into that one. This is gonna be
a boys episode. Here we go.
Yeah, softball players. They do a lot of them are 19,000. These are the top level guys. We're not talking about your neighbor who fucking does this shit for fun and goes to world championships. That's more what we were talking about. So, whatever. Well, that started off good. She's definitely going to hear that one because that's how we started it.
So please send DM all complaints to us.
Yeah.
We talked about this last night. I hate how when you go to a massage parlor, like an Asian one, not typically like a med spa one, just like a stop for a quick massage, and how they end your massages.
I've always been happy the way they end mine. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I know.
They end them really good.
I know Nick loves how they hand.
Yeah. Never had a happy. Not had it.
They don't like. How do they end the girls' massage? Do you like smack you on the ass and be like,
"There's no like flick clit. There's none of that."
I'm glad we're getting into this.
It's okay. So they're massaging you, and you're like in this deep trance where it's like you don't want to go to sleep because you want to enjoy it, but you're also so relaxed that you kind of snooze off a little bit, right? And then you're like, or in my head, I talk to myself during my massages because I'm psycho, and I'm like, oh, I just don't want this to end. How much more time do I think I have? And then I'm like, are they going to skip time? I'm like. I go through all this shit in my head. And so they're like really getting in there and like they get a spot where I'm like, oh, yes, keep going. And then they're done, right? So then they pat your body, right? Thank you. That's how they end it.
Yeah.
Like to wake you up, like
they
to
hit
urge.
You hard,
yeah. It's like they get you like shocked out of your like trance you're in. And then you like have to come up all dizzy and disheveled and you feel rushed to put your clothes back on and get out of there.
Yeah. I'm glad we're talking about this because do you think that, I mean, obviously they're jerking dudes off, right?
Oh, are we going into
this
again?
Hold on a second.
Okay.
So, I mean, do you think the women that are doing that, do you think those women do you think there's anywhere where the women are flicking the girls' bean? Because they would know how to do it better. Hold on a second. They would know how to. Oh, shut up. But I do know that when I was younger, I knew a guy that was a massage therapist in Bakersfield, and he would go and I'm sure he was banging all of them, but he would go and do massages. He would do house calls, and he'd basically do that.
Yeah.
He would do that. He would get these girls off, and then it wasn't really a massage, but he said that's what he was doing. But I wonder if the women ever do it to the women. That would be something to watch, right?
You do watch it on Pornhub.com.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest.
I
wouldn't be down for that. Rather, it's a guy or a girl. Like I just wouldn't be down for any of that. Even when I was single, I used to get massages. Did
you
never
get them from men?
Yeah.
Okay. Were you turned on a little bit by it? Be honest.
Not turned on, relaxed.
But never like
no.
When he was down there in between your legs, you were never like maybe opening up just a little bit more, like hoping he would get in there a little bit.
Not one time.
Really?
Not one. And I've gotten thousands.
Were you?
Then don't complain about how they ended. Then
you were 100% nude on the table.
Well, no, I had underwear on.
What about your tits? Were your tits out?
Yeah.
Or you had a towel over it?
A towel.
Okay.
No, I've never been like revealed.
Yeah.
No, I don't think. I think some.
I think you're lying. I think you've gotten.
Out of all the things, no.
I think someone had the DJ equipment on your bed.
I'm telling you, I've never been to a rave at a massage parlor. Never had no DJ hit it up.
Yeah.
No, I think some women are like cool with that.
Yeah.
I just am not. I can't ever foresee that happening. And I was single and getting massages where like I was in my let's have fun phase, and that never crossed my mind.
The way you said that made me think that you did do it.
No, I would tell you.
In my let's have fun phase, that means I got.
No, my flirty birdie phase. Like I never was interested in that. Like,
okay,
ever.
Why do you think you were never interested? Do you think it's disgusting, or what is it?
Yeah.
What is it? Why do you think it's disgusting?
maybe if I had like a super hot, attractive guy.
Okay,
I'd
so you never had a
consider it.
good-looking one.
Mm-mm.
Okay, well then that's different.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, if I was in there and some fucking, if you know, Moby Dick came in and started fucking playing with my balls, I don't
Captain
think
Ahab.
Yeah.
I need to see a photo of that. A massage therapist.
I wish I had.
I've
well,
never had one from a
you
dude.
If you wouldn't have shattered my damn phone. Oh wait, the guy or the girl?
There was a guy.
No, I'm saying the one
Who
that was
gave you a
around
happy
Big.
ending?
No, the one that I said would go around
No,
Bakersfield.
the girl.
If you wouldn't have shattered my phone, you would have saw it. Remember my first phone?
I never shattered it.
What?
What?
You went through it and you got so mad that you shattered it.
No, I actually lied about that.
I knew you fucking lied. What'd you do with it?
Okay, I kept it.
What'd you did? I
kept
fucking
it
knew you
hidden.
did that. That
Wait,
pisses me off,
I kept
actually.
Tell the whole story, please.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Do you really want to get into
Yeah,
this?
I do
Uh-huh.
actually,
All
because
right.
it's actually really funny.
Okay.
Okay, so let's just like break it down though, so you guys kind of have an idea where my head's at, so you know I'm not completely crazy. But I was living in Los Angeles and Nick was in Bakersfield, okay? And when we started getting really serious, we never had the like who's gonna move conversation. It just kind of all happened. And I would come up here all the time, but I was still a little bit like just like a 3% guarded because I didn't know the life he had here. Like his baby mom wasn't around at that time, like ever. So it was like kind of hard for me to believe. Like there's things where I was like, something's got to be up, right? So I trusted him because he didn't give me reasons not to, but I also was very cautious and guarded. Like this guy's too good to be true. You know what I mean? So when I moved here officially, it was one specific situation, which we're not going to get into, but I'll tell you where I was at.
You can kind of explain it, but just not to the, because
we were just interacting with a female that made me uncomfortable, and I couldn't figure out why. Like, I can't explain it. Like, something about this female was just like, and she was part of like Nick's life in a way, like for like many years or whatever. Like, and I didn't want to ask him because it wasn't something specific that happened that would like qualify me to ask about it. I just like kind of had a weird feeling. Now, keep in mind, I have done something really fucked up before, which we're not going to talk about. And I opened up to him about it because I just wanted him to know, like, here's the shit. Here's my shit. And he kind of like was like, oh, well, I have the same shit, right? And I was like, oh, cool. Like, we're even. Kind of like we're both a bunch of pieces of shit.
Yeah.
And so later on, as we were around this female again, I just like, something was off. And I was like, something's really off
I just
here.
want to say, at this time, her intuition about every female was that
No, it wasn't there
up.
yet.
Yeah,
it wasn't there
you
yet.
were.
It was after that.
Okay.
No, it was after that. And so I don't remember if I asked or like, I don't know. I don't know if I even asked, but he had this phone that was like from before me. Because right before he met me, I think you got a new one, or was it when you met me? I think it was right before.
I got one right before I met you, but I still had my old phone.
So I thought I knew the person's name. So I was like, I'm going to go see if there's something in this old phone. Because it's just sitting on the nightstand, like basically screaming at me to look at it. I mean, it wasn't my fault. So I pop it open and I go through it. Okay. And I saw exactly what I thought was going on. And I fucking lost it, dude.
This happened way before. I don't want to.
I had just moved here.
But what I'm saying is, you made it sound like you saw what was going on. It wasn't now, or like at that moment. It had been before I met Heather, and it was
not that long ago.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter. It was before I ever met you.
Okay.
Okay.
It was, but not that far off. But anyway,
it doesn't matter if it was the day before.
Just the situation was fucked up. It wasn't just like a random female. Like there was like more involved.
Yeah, there's a lot.
We're not getting into it. So anyway, I was like really upset about it because I just didn't want that person around my kids, and she was like, I just didn't like the situation. It made me very uncomfortable, and I just fucking freaked out, dude. I lost it. And now another thing is, when I met Nick, I've told you guys this before, but I thought he was like a virgin, like good guy, like wasn't sleeping around. Like that's what I had in my head. Like he was just this like really badass single dad that was not focused on women at all. Well, the old phone says something different, so I felt like I got bamboozled. You know, I'm like, I'm not dating a virgin, and I moved here for a hoe. Like, I was just so mad. Even though it was all before me, like, it wasn't, like, correct. It wasn't right of me to be mad. But there's a reason why that one situation made me really mad, which I wish I could say, but it's just too much. We don't need to get into that. And so anyway, so that's how I got into that phone to begin with. And I memorized the dirty laundry list in case I ever needed it.
Oh, and she pulls it out. She used to pull it out all the time. Like, let him out in this.
He would never know where it is, and he would say something like, well, let me check. And
okay, hold on a second, though. So anyways, she went through the phone, and she was like, I'm fucking leaving. We're not doing this.
Because
and
of the
hold
one
on a
situation,
second. Yes. She left. She actually left me and, like, got all her stuff and left, and then, like, left for the day. Well, anyways, when she comes back, before she gets all her stuff, she's like, I'm like, where's the phone at? You know, because she told me what she saw. And I was like, and she goes, I shattered it and I threw it away. I knew right when she said that, I go, that fucking woman is lying right now.
Mm-hmm.
So
I did.
Before I go any further, what did you do with the phone?
Okay, so
I never knew this.
Just so I don't sound like I was upset about, like, I had a valid reason to be upset about that situation. It wasn't like I was being a baby. This.
Looking back, there was things that I didn't really know as a guy who had been single for years that would bother somebody, and it obviously bothered her. So, what? It bothered you? I don't know what to say. Yeah. But I had a reason to be upset too. I'm not even gonna get into it. But anyways, what happened to the damn phone?
I wish I could just say it because I want to just top you right now.
What happened to the phone?
Okay, so I hid it in the closet for a long time in case I ever needed it.
Oh my god.
And then finally, I was just like, so you guys, like, this is how crazy I was.
Can I just say one more thing about that night? Hold on a second. She left and came back, and we had the best sex
we did
that we've ever had in our life that night. It was fucking intense.
It was.
Like, she was like, never mind. I'm going to say something fucked up.
Yeah. Was it? I got choked out.
I was just going to say something shitty, but
no. Say it.
It wasn't true. I was just going to make a joke.
Yeah, make a joke.
No, I don't want to.
Please
go. It's already over. It's uncomfortable now. Okay, what'd you do?
So I kept it and, like, would go through it for references. Okay, now
that's so fucked up. That's
like,
lying.
I know.
You see what I'm saying? It's okay for her to lie and do that sneaky ass shit, but not me. And I knew it because she would out of nowhere to come up with some shit and be like, oh yeah, what about this, this, and this? I'm like, what the? How are you thinking?
And he would deny it. I'd be like, nope.
No.
And you thought she memorized.
Oh my god, you're lying.
Bullshit. You thought she memorized all that stuff.
And then I'd be like, I saw it in the phone. I wanted to pull it out,
but phone?
I ended up throwing it in the trash on trash day at the old house.
Was it broken?
No.
You just threw my phone with all my shit. You threw it away?
I did.
What if somebody got
Technically, I didn't lie, though, because I did say I threw it away. I just threw it away after I had said that.
Okay, but what I'm saying is
you don't need it. What?
I didn't say I won't need it, but what if somebody else got it and fucking they're
good. Now they can know. Now they can leave you
fucked
too.
Up. Dude, she's a little liar. You know
it's
that?
on Pornhub now. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, she's a liar. Damn, that's. I'm glad you finally admitted it because I knew, but damn, I can't believe you admitted it on here.
I think it's funny.
Crazy. That is.
It's not a big deal.
The best part is, like, she was probably bringing all these references up, and you're going, Jesus, this woman looked at the phone one time and she memorized all this shit. Meanwhile, she's like charging the phone in the closet secretly.
Yeah,
so
seriously, that is what it was. I fucking knew it. That pisses me off because I knew it.
Oh my god!
Right. That's why when I knew he was lying, because he would deny stuff, and I'd go and double check, make sure.
Dude, don't.
And I'd be like, "This motherfucker."
About stuff. What I lied about 2 things.
No, it was a few things.
No.
You're like, I don't remember that. I was like, it was in your phone.
Well, yeah, but she might have said, "Did you do this with this chick?" And I'm like, I don't fucking know. Like, I saw the pictures of her pussy. Of her pussy fucking blasted all over. You know, her.
Okay, wait, listen to me.
Images.
It's because the guy that you came as to me when we first started dating, the phone showed a different side of you that I wouldn't have been attracted to if I knew in the beginning. Whose fault is
that? That's your fault for thinking that. I didn't act like that.
Are you kidding me?
That is so. I was like, I go to church and I've never had sex before.
I'm gonna say this.
Jesus.
No. On our first date, like after.
You think a guy that looked the way I did back then was a virgin? Come on, I was pretty good looking. Now I'm not, but I'm saying back then I was a fucking stud.
Okay, but listen. Okay.
I stole this girl and I got her when I was in my prime, and now look what she has. She's got this, you know?
Yeah, you bamboozled me.
I did.
Okay, but listen though. Here's the thing. It's like for example, it makes me so mad that you're telling me that you never came across that way. Our first date, I went to hold your hand, and later up, he like brought it up. He's like, I never had a girl like be so forward and like blah blah blah.
I
blah,
never
blah,
have.
Blah, blah.
That was true though.
But then that made me think though, like, oh, he's so innocent.
No,
like,
what it should have made you think is that I was smashing everybody and not respecting anybody, and I didn't give anybody a chance to do that. I didn't. I was just getting laid and getting paid. You know what I mean?
Well, I know you weren't getting paid, but I know you were paying.
Yeah. Whatever.
Oh, God.
Anyways.
This is the best episode ever.
You know what's so funny is I don't even remember. I think I do remember telling you I smashed the phone.
You did. You said you smashed
it when you
and
lie,
then you broke
like
it
you
away.
remember
Or you
it.
threw it away.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
That's unbelievable, babe. Wow.
Yeah.
So I got a question.
Okay, but don't act like you don't go through my phone. Okay.
I don't. You know what's? No, I'm not going to get into it.
Y'all's phones are wild. I've said this before. Y'all's phones are wild.
Her phone is fucking. I'm not even going to go there right now.
My current phone?
Hey,
dude, my phone
has all your old stuff in it. What do you mean?
My phone is boring as shit.
She'll be on her phone and then she'll swipe over to go to that menu part, and old pictures pop up, and I'm it's her fucking nudie fucking playing with my fucking thing. You know what I mean? Like, shit.
Y'all's phones are wild. My shit is boring. Like, it is just pictures of like my kids.
I'm telling
you guys are. You guys.
I'm gonna tell you right now. When that police officer took her phone, dude, whoever went through it, they're like, these people are fucked up.
What happens when like you go to get a new phone and like now the shit's all like? I guess they used to have to transfer it. Now it's all cloud based. Mm-hmm. But remember what would happen when the dude. Like they would take your phone for like an hour. Like, hey, we'll be back in an hour. We're gonna transfer all your shit. Yep. Can you imagine what they saw on your guys' phones? Yeah. Oh my gosh. They probably love seeing you guys coming. Like, oh look, they're here again for new phones.
They're trying to get people to break our phones out in public, so we have to go back in there and.
They're calling every dude on the roster. Hey, show up to work right now, bro. They're here again with their phone. They're gonna switch them out.
I'm gonna stall for 20 minutes. Get here.
Yeah. Hey, Jake, get here right now. You don't want to miss this shit, dude. I'm telling you, I know it's your day off, but get in right now.
Yeah, that's us. I know.
That's so funny.
Hey, so I have a challenge, and this made me think of you for one reason, Gordy, because I know what your answer is going to be for the running, but there's a challenge that people are doing, and it's the 6, 12, 18, 24 challenge. Okay.
What?
It's called 6, 12, 18, 24 challenge, and I'll tell you what that means.
Do we have to memorize those numbers?
No.
Oh.
So you either have to in no particular whatever order you want. If so you have to. How many of those times are you going to jerk off, drink beers, eat donuts, and then miles running? So.
Oh, this isn't for me.
It's for you too. How many times? Yeah. So okay. Hold on, we're gonna start recording because I know he's a mile running motherfucker. So I know his miles running is gonna be 24. Where did the other go? Where do the others go? Jerk off, drink beers, and eat donuts.
Are you writing this down? I need to write it down too. You told me we don't have to memorize those numbers.
Well,
6.
Do I have to do?
Easy.
What's my time frame
like
to do?
6 hours, 12 hours, 18, 24. You have to do that in 24 hours.
Oh, okay.
How would you do it?
Who can jerk off 6 times in 24 hours?
Nick.
Oh man.
Fuck, dude.
Wait till you hear my answers, bud.
I'm not. I mean, wow. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'd have to go jerk off 6, but that's not gonna. I'm just telling you, that's not gonna happen.
Well,
like
it's a challenge. You have to do it. So come on.
I'm coughing by like number 3.
Yeah.
But all right. And then was it 6, 12,
18 and 24?
Then probably 12 beers, 18 donuts, 24 miles. How about that?
Okay, that's pretty good.
I don't know how I'd pull that off though. I would literally die.
What would be the hardest? What would be the hardest one to do?
Running 24 miles after jerking off 6 times.
I knew you were going to say that. And
that'd be hard.
You're eating the donuts after the miles, right? Because you can't.
Or during, actually, it's good during because there's sugar.
Yeah,
the sugar is good to help you. Like the sugar gives you a little burst of energy.
The beers are for after.
Yep. Absolutely. Okay. You can do some during too. Some people like to chug one during.
Yeah.
But no, my legs would be weak.
Yeah. Okay, so where are you at, babe?
Well, I'm a lightweight, so I'm gonna have to top it at 6 beers.
Okay, good.
Your girl can't.
I want to hear you fucking come 18 times, 24 times.
I would do run 12.
Okay.
Because I don't think I could even run 12. I could probably do 6, and then 18 donuts.
Yes.
For sure. Which I'm sad that number isn't higher. Krispy Kreme's basically 18 donuts is like eating one donut.
Because they're light and fluffy. Yeah. You can just hammer them.
Yeah, we'll make them Krispy Kreme donuts.
I jack my big big old dick 24 times is what would be my answer. Because you got to end the day like with a solid.
That's once an hour.
It could. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
God dang.
All right. So here's going to be my answers. Okay.
Can I guess your answers?
Yes, you can.
I'm going to say 6 miles because your ass ain't running.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna say 12 beers.
Okay.
And then what was the
18 and 24.
Yeah, 18 donuts and then 24.
You're close.
Are you swapping 18 and 24?
No. So I don't drink and I hate drinking. So 6 would be my beers. And I could get 12 miles in. I think I got 12 miles in me. And I would go 100% 18. I'd beat my meat 18 times for sure. And then 24 donuts, one an hour. You could eat a donut an hour and just fucking not overeat too much. You know what I mean? Just eat one an hour, those Krispy Kreme ones. You wouldn't like it, but you could do it. But definitely I'm going to tell you right now, with 100% guarantee, I could beat off 18 times in a day. I am not fucking playing. I could. I'm not. I really could.
He does when I go to the office.
No, I don't.
And he's at home.
So I will. I will. If yeah.
And here's the thing:
he'll using that old phone that you stashed in the closet.
He leaves that California chip all in his pants,
dude. I do.
And then
sometimes.
I come home and I do the check. You know?
Yeah. Isn't that? Yeah, she has. You know what's funny is one time. Hey, what about this?
Oh, it's so gross. I already know what you're saying.
One time I jerked off, and I usually do it with her. I usually will do it. I'll be laying in bed with her, and I'll go, "Babe, can we do this?" And she'll be like, "I'm not feeling good." I'll be like, "Well, then can I jack off?" And she's like, "Yeah, go ahead." And I'm like, "Can you pull your pants down so I can look at your ass when I do it?" And then I just jerk off, and then I come on her butt. But
really thorough details.
Yeah,
there.
It's what I do. But sometimes she doesn't let me, so I never. Seriously, I don't ever do it by myself. I'm being dead ass serious. But
liar.
This one time, I would tell you if I did. But anyways, I jerk off sometimes. But anyways, this one time I did.
I know.
And she came home, and I was like,
"Did I know?"
No. Well, hold on.
I'm about to find out. Shit.
So I came and I heard
it was yesterday.
No, it was not.
Yes,
it was a long time. And I'll tell you when it was, and you know when it was because you remember this.
I was all fucked up from the dentist.
And I heard our phones buzzed when she gets home. So it did the ring, so I could hear it. I was like, "Holy shit, she's home!" Or I knew somebody was home.
But you haven't finished.
So I did. I just finished. Okay. And
he finished as you were walking through the door because he watched the video of your ass walking through the door.
Yeah.
That's what got him over.
That's what it was. I heard that ring, and I was like, "My fucking baby's home. I'm about to fucking nut hard." So anyways, so she came in the door, so I got scared and I wiped it and fucking didn't say anything. The next day, the next day she's going through the laundry, okay? And she pulls out one of my sweaters.
Oh, yeah.
And I had to wipe my sweater. And so she's like, "What the fuck, dude? Is this cum?"
You're like, "It's Krispy Kreme donuts."
I said,
like, "What are we, 12?"
I told her, I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Babe." I was like, "No." I was like, "I think I blew my nose in that thing."
That's what you said. Oh my God, that's what you said.
That is what I said.
You're such a piece of work. Oh my God, I knew it. I knew it. So you're a liar.
That's getting you back to that fucking phone thing. So how about that?
That phone thing is getting you back for your shit.
Yeah. So I lied. Did you believe me?
Yes.
Oh shit!
Because when you blow your nose, it's disgusting. It makes sense. It made sense.
It looks the same, but yeah. So that was pretty bad. So but other than that, she's never caught me because I'll do it right in front of her. I don't care. Like there's times she'll wake up and I'm doing it. Right? I mean, it's just the way.
There's that one time where you're like, I came in my sleep. And you wore the same underwear and sweatpants, didn't wipe it off for the whole day. Remember that?
Yeah. Whatever. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I don't know. Yes, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
The debauchery in that household is just,
it's insane.
Golly.
What's weird is, to me, it feels normal, but I guess it's not. Like, I do hear what you're saying.
I think some women aren't even comfortable with their partners pleasing
Yeah.
themselves. I think that's like a common thing.
Yeah. Well, I think we've talked about that before. I think that if it's happening where, especially if like porn's involved and people are like doing that instead of,
Yeah.
then yeah, I think then it's fucked up. But, a lot of people do it. So that crazy porn addiction is crazy. I heard that's like, man, I knew someone who went to rehab for that shit. Can you imagine that?
I don't understand that.
I'd rather be a drug addict than a porn addict. Jesus. No, actually I wouldn't, but it's nuts.
Literally.
Those are the dudes that yeah, those are the I mean, I guess it can be women too, so I hope to put it on dudes, but those are the people that like look up porn on their work computers and like get fired for it. And it's like,
what triggers that? Like, what is that?
I don't know. I don't know. I think it's
fine, like for like whatever, but I mean to like be addicted, like I have a hard time when the storylines get old.
Yeah.
It's like you can only watch so many scenarios before you burn them out, And then you're like, all right, back to go to church and reviving myself.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what triggers them to go to that level like that. But that's it's like any addiction. There's some kind of chemical imbalance going on. Like they just can't, they like the way it makes them feel. And so they want more of it. It's just like drugs, alcohol, go down.
Do you think it's that they like the way it makes them feel, or they like the buildup of watching the porn? You know what I mean?
It could all be in that imbalance. It depends.
Yeah. It could be like a super fantasizer that really believes that they're in that moment.
Yeah.
It's like people with a gambling addiction. People think that people with gambling addictions, it's because they like the feeling of winning. Some of them actually like the feeling of losing.
Yeah.
And like,
I'm be honest, I can understand the gambling addiction because I play poker on my tablet for free.
This chick will play
obsessed.
poker for fucking 13 hours a day. I swear, Gordy, I'm not joking.
It
is insane. I'll
it's
go to sleep
that's why.
and wake up, and she'll be playing until she falls asleep. Game still on, out cold, and then wake up in the morning and she's fucking walking around the house, doing things, playing the poker.
For me, it's not necessarily the win. And this is not saying that I'm addicted to gambling, because by far that's not the case. But it's not so much the win. It's that, like for me with like dice, like craps, right? It's the moment between when the dice are rolled and you don't know what's happening. That like build up is awesome. And then the dice fall the way they will, right? Same with poker, whether it's a flop or it's a draw. And it's like, you got that moment, like, what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Yeah. And then too, it's like, it's kind of like, are they blowing? Like, and then I get competitive, like, you're gonna go in 2 million, I'm gonna go in 2 million.
Yeah.
It's just like I don't know. I can understand the gambling part for sure. Like that logically, drugs make sense. Alcohol doesn't make sense too much, just because I personally don't even like the feeling of being drunk. So like I don't completely understand that, just because I've never had like great times being shit-faced, so I don't know. But all the other things I don't. You know what I don't understand? And I know Nick has other segments, but one of the I made Nick watch this show, and he like was freaking out. Like he was really upset that I wouldn't turn it off.
Which one?
But it was when those people come in to like clean the houses, like deep clean. It's not hoarders. It's like the cleanly one where they have like. They sleep on their bed that is infested with like bed bugs.
Not
and,
just
like,
a few bed bugs.
Everywhere.
No, not just a few bed bugs. I'm talking
the urinate on the walls,
maggots, bed bugs, termites.
So it's just slop.
Eating
like
away.
Don't feed. Don't clean.
I wasn't mad.
I
wasn't mad that we had to watch something different. It was so disgusting that I couldn't watch it. It was so insane how they had it. The people who came in and cleaned it weren't cleaning people. These were the biohazard people.
Yeah.
These were like, they had to use certain chemicals.
Disaster restoration.
Dude,
people.
It was nuts.
Nick's like, you have to burn that house down. You can't live
That's
there.
what I thought. How do you tell me you got rid of every maggot and bed bug and termite? No way, dude. That place is still going to be. You
get like the smells in those places.
Oh,
I don't.
I've been in some of those.
The personality behind like continuing to live like that, like. That I get like I've never I've had like depressive feelings before where I'm like, fuck, like I can't get out of this. It's been like a week. Like I've had that, especially after Nick's surgeries. Like it took me about a good 9 months to like get out of my head because I just felt so defeated. But I've never gone through like a severe depression where it's like I can't see the light of day. I don't want to leave my house. Like I've never done that. And a lot of these people in the disclaimer, like they struggle with depression from some.
100%.
So like my mind is like, I can't fathom being in that space, you know?
Yeah.
But then again, I used to be around people with severe anxiety and I used to think they were crazy. I was like, nothing's happening.
I used to think that too, and now I have
yeah,
it.
I have
and
it
it
too.
sucks.
And it does suck. But I remember I was around someone specific and she would get it really bad. And she'd be like, don't talk to me right now. And nothing's going on. We're just in the car. And I'm like, whoa, like what is happening here? Like, I thought it was like a psychological disorder for a long time until I got older and now I have it. And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Wow.
I hate it. Like, I don't know. It's weird.
I had a brief like anxiety bout a long time ago. And during a previous career, and it was I was gone a lot and stuff, and then we are also starting to have kids, so like I had like more on the line, and I got I don't know whatever anxiety meds, and I took them a couple times. I hated them. I hated the drugs because I hated the way they made me feel.
Oh,
they just made me
horrible.
feel like numb to everything. Like I just didn't give a shit what happened. I didn't worry about anything, but I didn't care about anything else. I'm like, okay, and at least I had the wherewithal to realize that and go, all right, well, this sucks. I hate these because they just make me too, like just fuck it all. And I was like over that.
Yeah.
So,
but wait, did you take the fast acting one, or did you take the one that was supposed to progressively get like more intense over time? Like not intense, but like over a couple weeks, it starts to kind of build up in your system, and then you.
Yeah, I don't think I had to take them every day. I think they were more of a fast acting, like when you start to have it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it was like a strong, like, so I hate anything like Xanax, any of that stuff. I hate the way that stuff makes me feel. But if I'm having a really bad panic attack, it's the only thing that'll calm me down. And it does take a little while for it to kick in, but I was like, we had talked about possibly.
Nick used to get him bad.
Oh, you
like I thought he was going to kill himself bad. Like
yeah,
he'd be like,
I've only had a couple.
Yeah, but they were like they scared me.
Yeah. I wouldn't have that. I would just have this weird malaise. Like I mean, I was out of the state doing a show somewhere. Basically, I'll just leave it at that. And like. I took them because I was getting anxiety and like I just didn't give a shit during the show. Just didn't care. And I was like, I could realize I didn't care. But the best part was,
how did you do on the show? Were you better? Or were you worse?
No, I think I was just meh. I was very little emotion, and that did not work for what I was trying to do.
You didn't like it?
No, I didn't like the way it made me feel either because I just could care less about what else was going on. But the best part of all that though was because I kind of had this shitty boss at the time. He's part of the reason why I had it. I'd literally like. Went to his office one day and like he was trying to give me shit about something and I think he thought I was going to pull out a gun because I reached into my bag. I said, you know what you made me do? And I reached him out and I pulled this pill bottle and I slammed him on his desk. I was like, you led me to that.
Nice.
And I was like, at first I was like, he probably thought I was going to pull out a gun, but I was pulling out my prescription bottle and slamming it on his desk. And I was like, it's your fault.
It's a weapon.
Yeah. I was like, this is your fault.
Yeah.
It was awesome. And then he tried to backpedal it and say, oh, well, I have that too. And I was like, get the fuck out of here.
So here's the problem with like anxiety meds is, and I was going to take some and my doctor had prescribed them for me because I have really bad, like I don't explain it to people a lot and I don't talk about it a lot, but I lay up at night or just things that I'm doing. I don't know how to explain it and I don't know why, but it's scary. Like mine are very scary to where it like really freaks me. Like I just don't even. There's been times where I'm like, I'm gonna be honest. I would never kill myself, but there's been times I kind of think I don't want to live a full life if I think like this and have to have.
If I got to keep doing this every day,
it's really tough. So I had gotten to a point where I just thought, you know what, maybe I'll try it, and I started to try it. And Heather just said, you know what, babe, I don't want to. It's harsh what she said, kind of, but she said, I don't want to be with somebody who has to be on medication the rest of their life. And
what made him different? Like, he wasn't himself, and it was like hard to be around that all the time. And like, it tripped me out because I was like, what is happening?
Yeah. And so anyways, and what she said is why I stopped taking it is once you start taking it, if you don't have it or once you stop, the anxiety will be worse. And, because then you're so used to having this medication in you to cope with whatever it is that you're dealing with. Once it's gone, or let's say all of a sudden you can't get it prescribed, or
the withdrawals are bad too on the specific medication they gave you. It wasn't Xanax,
your anxiety could get worse, So then I thought, you know what, man, I don't want to be some like drowsy. I don't like the way that stuff makes me feel. So
Yeah, I didn't feel like I was drowsy. It was just like I just didn't have emotion. Like just
yeah,
pulled any emotion away.
that's
And
how
that
it
didn't
is.
work. It was
Yeah,
just odd and I could realize it and I was like,
Did your wife say something?
I didn't take them a ton around her. It was mostly like during the workday.
Yeah.
yeah.
And when I was sitting in an office at the time, I don't give a shit. But when I was out doing other stuff, like I needed to have a little more emotion. So yeah, no, it
My
was
thing is like if
so
you
weird.
can, I think you should try to cope with it naturally
It's hard though.
because everybody, I don't know what it is, but it's anxiety's just become more of like a natural personality almost. Like everyone has it to some extent, some worse than others for sure. But Nick wasn't like going to therapy or like maybe diet. Like I think there's so many things that can help make it better, maybe not so much worse. It's just being on a medication forever, like that stresses me out a little bit because it's like, what if you can't get it? What if there's a shortage? What if,
Yeah.
and then to have like the withdrawals, number one, and then the like emotional outburst, which I'm sure is going to happen from the withdrawals, and then also like not having it, like it does something to your brain. And it was his specific one. It said on the bottle, like, do not stop taking. Like you can't miss a day. Like
Yeah.
it does something to the brain. And for me, because his wasn't like, yeah, maybe he has anxiety daily, but he would have like times where it was worse than others, but it wasn't always like severely bad. Now, if he was at that point where it was like he can't function, like he is like suffering so bad, and like
I've only had that happen a few times,
and he's going into like a suicidal stage, and like this is like,
yeah.
No, I'm saying like if that was the case and like that was constant, then I'd be like, you have to live on the medication.
Yeah.
But because I think he could kind of work through it, and when he had it was after all the surgeries. Like he just went through traumatic stuff.
Yeah.
I just wanted him to give it time to just like, let's just get back on track. Like, let's just see where it goes. If it gets worse, then we'll talk about it. But as of now, I thought it was just the doctors just throw shit at you. They're like,
oh yeah,
my
dad. You brought up that like don't stop taking it. My dad took some of that stuff recently. They were trying to like switch medication or something, and so anyway, they gave him something. He was on something, and then I don't know if he ran out or whatever. Well, he stopped taking it, and when he went back to the doctor goes, "Wait, you stopped taking this?" He goes, "Yeah." The doctor goes, "I'm surprised you didn't kill somebody."
Yeah.
And he's like, "What?" The doctor goes, "You are not supposed to quit this cold turkey." He goes, "This causes like fits of rage and this and that." He goes, "Literally, I'm surprised." And I'm like, "Oh, that's safe. Let's go ahead and approve that drug." So as long as you're on it, you're fine. But if you quit it suddenly, you might axe murder somebody. Like,
that's what
sounds like a medical cure.
Gonna take. Yeah, it freaked me out, and I was like, "Ooh, I don't like this at all." Like, it made me paranoid. But
that's crazy. No, it's insane. I was thinking about this the other day. Like, I don't know why I thought about this. But I'm like, should there ever be like some kind of apocalyptic situation, it's not going to be not going to be the I don't know, the earthquake or the whatever it may be, the locust is going to kill everybody. It's going to be the fact that most people can't get their loony meds and they're going to go batshit crazy, and that's going to be the issue. Like that's going to be the big problem is when people can't get their meds that they're so used to living on. Oh man, that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a big problem.
It will.
Well, that's going to wrap up this episode.
Great way to finish it on top.
Yeah. On a serious note, after we just fucked off the whole beginning of that show.
I thought you love when we fuck off.
No, I did. I love it. Yeah.
I'm surprised you have so much anxiety, though, Nick. You don't have much of an anxious life. I don't understand. You don't have a lot to worry about.
He does. He's like a functioning anxietist.
I somehow am. I don't know how. But
he just has
I keep it to myself.
A lot of it's like claustrophobia. Like I want to say this before we end it.
A lot of it is.
Like we'll wake up in the morning and he'll be like, I couldn't sleep last night. And I'm like, what happened? Like I want to know. Like I'm concerned. And he's like, I had a dream or a thought that I was like, or I saw something on TV where I was like trapped in a box, or like trapped here, or like I couldn't move,
or like
or
thinking about like I watched a movie where someone went to jail and they were in a little cell and it just fucked me up.
Oh
and thinking about if I got arrested and I was in a cell, like I would kill myself. I wouldn't be able to do it. And so
be in small
I
spaces.
get in those kind of like headspaces, and a lot of it is just something that I've tried to work on, which is really hard, is trying to just live right now in the moment. Because what I get caused, what I start doing is I start thinking about all the bad things that could happen that would trigger my anxiety, that would make me have an anxiety attack. I've only had probably 3 or 4 really bad ones where I thought like, I thought I couldn't understand what was happening to me. So you're right though, man. I have a great life, and it upsets me even more because it does do that, you know.
I will cure everybody's anxiety right now. The problem is everyone's got these like plans that they feel like they have to accomplish because they listen to so many like self-help gurus tell you like you need to have your 5-year plan together for success. Throw that shit out the window. Throw your 5-year plan out the window. You don't need one because you don't know what opportunity, what you're going to do. Little things every day to keep your head above water and do whatever you're going to do in career.
We're gonna move this to the next episode.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Can I play this video real quick?
Get rid of that shit. Throw it away.
Can I play this video real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Just this is exactly something I want to do.
People's entire lives.
It's Tony Robbins.
3 decisions that control people's entire lives. They're happening right now as people are listening, and they can test in their own mind if it's true. Right? They don't have to believe me. And so most people make these decisions unconsciously. But what are they? One, you decide every moment of your life you're making a decision consciously or unconsciously what to focus on. What do you think most people focus on more? What they have or what's missing? What's missing?
What's missing?
Including super achievers. Like some of the biggest achievers are always focusing on what's missing because they're always trying to get to the next level. So what happens? As a result, when you're always focusing on what's missing, you cannot sustain happiness. The second decision is, what does it mean? The minute you focus on something, you go to, what does it mean? So you wake up and feel like shit, what does it mean? Well, I effed up last night, or it's the end of the world, or it doesn't matter, right? The meaning creates your life. Then add the third one. What do you think most people spend their time more? The past, the present, or the future? Most achievers focus on the future. You are correct. Most people who are unhappy and frustrated, which unfortunately is the majority of humans, most people are not happy and thrilled and have a great body and a great relationship. We all can, but very few people do because they're focused on the past, and usually they can't change it.
Yeah, so it's kind of exactly what you said. That's why.
Yeah. So y'all stop focusing on 5 years down the road because you don't know what's going to happen.
Pass on that damn phone.
I'm still stuck on the pass on that snot that somehow got on that sweatshirt.
That Krispy Kreme donut glaze. I was just trying to eat 18 donuts. Shit, wiping on my sweatshirt. What's the big deal?
He's like on the last hour to throw it up into the sweater. But anyway, this podcast is brought to you by the Heather Presley, and you can find our merchandise at theheatherpresley.com and use discount code 2023 for 60% off your entire order, no minimum purchase, and then free shipping over $100. And we'll see you on the next one.